What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you making faces at me.
She was just looking in the thing saying that she needed a facelift.
I do. I was like, look at this. I need a facelift.
And I'm like, what about this?
I need to lift or like fillers or whatever makes this go away.
You know that we're just gonna keep getting older till we die,
shut your
right?
mouth. I'm in denial. It ain't happening.
It's never gonna be
nope.
I'm uphill. Over it. It's all downhill from here.
Shut your mouth.
What is happening, everybody? Happy Sunday. It's Sunday Live Haul. And man, we didn't have a show last week because we were in Florida. And we have about 500 million things that have happened since then. So
seriously, it's been a crazy week.
I know. It's been a crazy week.
Crazy couple of weeks.
For anyone who's just joining us for the first time, this is our Sunday show, Sunday Live Haul. I'm Katy. This is Vikki, a.k.a. Victoria when she wants to be taken very seriously, aka wants a new face apparently, aka
I want a younger face,
is very excited for her birthday. It's coming up very soon.
Well, not the number, just my birthday.
Fiance. Yeah, we're at the point now where we forget how old we are. Like I legit thought I was 44, and then I realized no, I'm 43. So and you were asking me, am I going to be 47 or 48? Like how? Yeah, so that's what happens.
What happens when you get old? Seriously, we were just talking with Teresa. Teresa and our other friend Trish happened to be coming out the week of my birthday, which is in 2 weeks. Because I'm a Gemini, so I celebrate the whole damn month. It starts like tomorrow. But they 51. Allison, I'm going to smack your. I'll smack you right in the mouth. Anyway, so they happen to be coming out here, not for my birthday, just happen to be coming out the week of my birthday. And we're talking about, like my usual, I like to get a cabana at one of the pools at one of the casinos and spend the day at the cabana and the pool, because that's like one of my favorite things, and just do that with some friends. And last year, F and Julie was here, and a few other people.
F and Julie.
And this year, it looks like it's going to be Teresa and Trish. And I'm like, it's funny. We're like talking about the things we're going to do. And I'm like, this is what happens when middle-aged women go wild, right? We're going to get a cabana at the pool.
Yeah.
Teresa's going to laugh so hard that she has an asthma attack. Trish is going to laugh so hard that she pees her pants.
It's true.
This is what's going to happen.
Well, we go to the, we really like the pool at the Silverton, the rooms there, not so much, but we like the pool there. And on a weekday, it's a relatively smallish pool. And so on a weekday, it's going to be real quiet and real chill. And they have the one bar there. So it almost feels like it's like your own personal bar. It's pretty sweet. What's happening right now?
I'm listening to Britt.
Is he saying there's something behind the monitor? What do you say?
I'm going off camera now. Hold on.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
There's one back there?
Of course. Britt looking out the window. Okay, so we do have to talk about the fact that we were in Florida last week.
Yep. And Dana couldn't dog sit for us, so we asked Britt to help out.
Dana could not dog sit for us. We had to ask Britt to help out, which was fantastic. So we love Britt, and the dogs love Britt, and Britt loves the dogs. So here's the thing. Britt pulled off a prank that is so flippin' epic. I don't think anyone is going to ever top it.
Well, the first time he came here, we realized he left like, I think one or two of these, I think one maybe, pictures of this picture of us from last year's
Reseller remix.
And so then apparently when he has 5 days unsupervised, I don't know, I think we're up to like 30 of them that we found.
At least. Now. This is pretty much the best prank ever. So there are at least 30 photos like this, color photos printed out, stuck all over the flippin' house in every place possible. A laminated one was inside the pool filter.
I went to change the pool filter yesterday, and I pulled it out, and it was laminated so as not to get ruined by the water. So it's pretty funny.
And then, and then he took a picture of a still shot of our dog Luna pooping in the backyard from a video, a short video that Katy threw on Facebook or something, took a picture of the dog pooping in the backyard, printed that picture out, stuck it in all of on the photos in the house that have yards or ground or something like that. Man, when I tell you,
he says there's still one more laminated one out there. So who knows where that is. But
It's
pretty funny.
It's honestly,
I think
it's good.
It's pretty entertaining.
It's probably the best thing that has happened. I have friends that we used to do some pranks back and forth that were really good. This beats those. This is really good
for sure.
Unbelievably hysterical. So that there was that. And then, so we were in Florida last week. We got to hang out with Casey, stayed at Casey's house for the whole 6 days. Actually, we were planning on staying with Ryan and Allie, and unfortunately, they got the COVID right before we got there.
Yep,
we did not even get to see them. I did not even get a famous Allie hug.
We did manage to kidnap Callie though, and we took her with us to Busch Gardens on Monday, so that was fun. So we got to hang out with Callie a couple of times.
Kara's right. Check your toilet tanks.
Yes. I was trying to think of like, where would it be? A toilet tank. That's exactly what it's going to be.
One of the showers that we don't use in the spare bathrooms.
Yeah. That's getting a little creepy though, right there.
It is.
Anyway, pretty funny. So you'll see, like, I did my little teaser clickbait title. Will Vikki quit reselling to go pro in Vegas? What happened last night? So we went to see, we have a lot to cover today, guys, before we even get to our show. I'm sorry, I apologize, but whatever.
We're going to be chatty.
You like hanging out with us. So Vicki's all-time favorite movie, unfortunately, is Top Gun.
Shut your mouth.
I mean, I think Top Gun's okay. It's like, it's an 80s classic.
Whatever.
I've never been like, I know, I'm just saying, I think it's an all right movie, but it is legit her favorite movie.
It's kind of like how Poison is my favorite band, right?
Yeah.
I don't make apologies. I understand how cheesy it is. It's okay. I own it. Top Gun is my all-time favorite movie. It's right up there. I have lots of favorites, but that is my favorite.
Yeah, I do prefer Aspen Extreme, which is Top Gun on the Slopes. Continue. So we went to see the movie.
Because I had seen across the interwebs that especially Sherry Gall and Shelley Ball, actually, they rhyme, but we're both saying it was really good. And it was, honest to God, almost as good as the first. And I never say that. Sequels are rarely as good as the first. Sequels done 30 years later are usually pathetic. This was so good that I want to go back and see it again. In fact, I will say it may very well be the best sequel of any movie I've ever seen.
Yes.
I don't think it's the best movie I've ever seen, but best sequel I've ever seen. So if you get a chance to see it, if you liked Top Gun, then you will love this one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Chris says, can't argue with looking at Tom Cruise for a while. Yeah, the movie, he looks pretty good.
He has aged really well. He has aged really well. Tom Cruise was beautiful in Top Gun and the original movie, and he still looks damn good for 59 years old. I've got to be honest. He still looks good.
Yeah, and to flip it, I definitely don't have I obviously don't have a thing for Tom Cruise, but there are a few movies that I do really like that he's in, but I've never been like crazy about Tom Cruise. So whatever, but I do think that they did a really good job of making a very fun movie, an excellent homage to the original, while also making it its own thing.
It was really good. It had a lot of throwback references to the first movie. If you really like the first movie, you will really like the second movie.
Yes.
I don't think anyone would not like it. They didn't. I was afraid they were going to ruin it. It was not going to do it justice. They went back to the bar in San Diego, the whole thing. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it was really good. It was really good.
Though it started and it was like it was like very much used a lot of the same music and stuff. And it started and I looked over and I'm like, are you getting chills right now?
I literally had
goes,
goosebumps.
no, I said, I was teasing her. I'm like, are you getting chills right now? And she goes, I am. And she may have cried multiple times. It was ridiculous. Anyway, so that's
why the line from Lisa, "Goose, you big stud, take me to bed or lose me forever." Meg Ryan was not in the sequel, and neither
probably a very good thing.
Neither was what's her name?
Oh, the love interest from the first one. Yeah, she wasn't in either. But it was really good. Jennifer Connelly was in it, looking beautiful, and it was a very good movie.
Yeah, so I definitely should go see it for sure.
So we went to see it, and then we saw it at South Point, and so then we went out and decided to do a little bit of playing the slots. As per usual, Vikki funded my gambling because I don't like to lose my own money. But she wants to have a gambling buddy. So
Kelly McGillis, thank you.
Yeah, so she pays. So she pays up to get me to gamble with her. Otherwise, I'd just watch. And so I lost her money, and then she lost her money. And then she was like, I don't want to go home yet. Because it's like the first time we've been out just at home since we've been doing all this traveling, all this stuff going on. And so she was like, I want to play a little more. And so I was like, I want to play. I love the Planet Moolah game. And there's a big one where it's like a double seater. And like, I'd already lost her money. So I'm like, she's going to play it. So she puts her money in there. You basically lose like $60 or whatever. So I think you just had like a $60 ticket. And she's like, I never win on this. But then she put more money in. So first of all, I would like to take credit for steering her over to that game. Second of all, you put more money in, even though you'd lost some, which probably is a bad idea.
It's generally a bad idea.
And then,
of course, you don't chase money.
All of a sudden, she got the Unicow, which is like, if you've ever played the Planet Moolah thing, like the Unicow version. It's like when you get certain cows, it like gives you extra chances, whatever. She gets this thing. She ends up getting like the maximum number of free spins, which is normally 200, but then it was doubled because of the particular thing that happened. 400 free spins, guys. So I did a live video when it started going. I did live video on Instagram, so you can go find it on my Instagram.
So that's pennies, by the way, but
it took
2,200. Can I talk?
Yeah.
$2,282.70.
Yeah, it spun 491 times because it got re-triggered a few times. Anyway, I took live video. It seriously is 50 minutes to get through 491 free spins. It was insane. And so I'm actually going to, thanks to Barry being like, he was like, are you going to put this on your YouTube? So I did download the video. I'm actually going to put it up sometime this week on YouTube, see if we can make it.
If you like watching people gamble. Some people do, actually. There's quite a few.
And you guys might not care, but there's people who actually like that. They like to watch that stuff. So we're thinking we can maybe get a little viral video.
Get a little monetized. I don't know. Whatever.
Make $5 more on it. So yeah, it was very exciting.
And by the way, I like the goose bumps, the maverick bumps, the ice bumps. You guys are good. Good.
Silly.
Good. You guys are good.
Very silly.
Don't think I'm not reading that. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny.
So yeah, so that was last night. Very, very exciting. And we got home.
We had a great time hanging out with Casey last week. We did a lot of sourcing. The weather was crappy for the first 4 days of the 6 days that we were there. It was cloudy and rainy and damp and just wet and hot and gross.
We ended up sourcing a bunch, which we weren't planning on even sourcing much. But we got there on a Thursday. Friday was super rainy, so we went out to thrift stores. And then we ended up sourcing again on Sunday. And then actually the best luck we had was sourcing Casey's garage and his storage unit. It's true. And we ended up bringing home 130 pounds of stuff. I'm not going to show the stuff I got from Casey until next week because I got a whole bunch of like vintage starter jackets and those kinds of jackets, but they need to be washed. So probably next Sunday I'll show some of those. The stuff that he has just laying around in his garage.
Yeah. We had a meetup at Case where Casey lives. He lives on it's almost like a development that's almost like a resort attached to it. So there's like a lagoon, a man-made lagoon, and with bars and stuff like that. So we reserved some space there, and we had a meetup, and we had about like 10 to 15 people come, and Kara and Cheryl came, and Cheryl's lovely husband we finally got to meet.
Yes. Shout out to Cheryl's hubby.
And we got to meet Robin and Dreamy Eyed Joe in person finally. So anyway, the meetup was great. It was hot as F. I'm not going to lie, guys. I was probably grouchier than normal because I am so not used to that type of humidity and heat. It was nasty. However, we had a great time. And and then we went to the following on the Monday, the day before we left, we actually kidnapped Callie. We went to the Roots Ranch and did a little looking around. Again, Ryan and Allie were sick with the Rona. So we did not get to see them. So we have to make up that visit. And kidnapped Callie, went to Busch Gardens for the day with Casey and Callie, and we had a blast.
Went on some awesome roller coaster rides. Vikki has found her new favorite roller coaster, which I actually really didn't like that particular one. What was it called?
Giza.
Something
like that.
It was a little bit too intense for me, which I don't know. It's hard to describe which kind of roller coasters I like, but we went on a bunch of them. It was really fun. And I did take video of our whole trip, and I promise it will actually end up on the YouTube.
On the YouTubes?
On the YouTubles.
Okay, so let's do 5 more minutes. Let's talk about
Hold on, I got my list.
Oh, you have
I'm trying
list.
to move on to the next thing. Jeez.
Okay.
Anyway, so I promise I am going to get that video out. We got home late Tuesday night, like close to midnight Tuesday night. And then Wednesday we had to get caught up on all of our shipping. And then did we have time to actually get back to normal life? No, we did not.
No, we did not.
Because then all day Thursday and all day Friday, we had a whole film crew. I don't know what you want to call it. Video. They were doing video, but video crew sent by eBay to film us for a new seller spotlight series they're going to be doing. And so they came like a crew of 5 people. They had a sound guy, a camera guy.
We had a producer, an associate producer, a sound guy, a camera guy, and a director. So there were 5 people here for 2 full days, 8 hours the first day, 9 hours the second day, filming us, interviews, working, filming us like together, separate, shipping, packaging, all kinds of stuff. And then they came and then the second day, we actually had 2 eBay employees, one of which, Georgia, who runs the eBay for Business Facebook group.
And she's going to be doing
she's going to be
podcast.
she's going to be joining the podcast part-time, the eBay for Business podcast with Griff and Brian. And we also met Melissa, who works under Allison Engels and works with seller development as well. So we had a
real quick. I want to say welcome to Cool Ranch. Is it
Dorito? Cool Ranch.
It's Dorito.
That's funny. That's funny.
New subby sent over from Bolo Buddies. I saw that she had mentioned us on her video. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but welcome. We appreciate you being here.
Oh, thanks. And thanks, Courtney, for sending people over.
For sure. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, so we had a two full days. Like, I've done a lot of filming before. Katy had some filming done when she did her Shine Award, when eBay came and filmed her for her Shine Award, but that was like one dude with the camera. This was like a full on camera crew took over our house and really every bit of our house. It was so fun, but it was
exhausting.
I was exhausted by the end of the day. It's like you're on all the time. But it was really fun. Of course, and then we had to wear the same clothes for 2 days because depending on how they cut and edit and all that kind of stuff.
Which had I known, I would have chosen my outfit a little differently. But it was really fun, and we actually really liked everybody. So
everybody was so
we
nice.
made new buddies, and it was really cool. That's going to be coming out like towards the end of June is when it's supposed to come out.
June. They said June 29th.
Yeah, around then. So
so as soon as we have links and information about it, we'll definitely share it everywhere it can be shared. They're going to be using the segments for several different things.
Yeah.
Promoted listings. I know that this is a series of 6. I think they said 6 different sellers that they've focused on. We're the only couple.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're the first one for them to film,
and we're the first to do this type of series.
Going to be like 3.5 minutes long, which is actually longer than I would have expected. But so it's exciting. Yeah. So I think it'll be super fun to see that come out, and it's coming out like a couple of days before the tickets for the remix go on sale. So again, guys, Boss Reseller Remix is getting closer and closer and closer. The tickets are going to be going on sale July 1st. For those people who went last year, you are going to have about 48 hours before that official ticket release to get your tickets. But I want to say we are going to be jumping into high gear on the Instagram page in the month of June, revealing who our different speakers are going to be. We've got some really exciting stuff coming up, and we've got a lot of people already signed on. We just have to get all that information together and put it up on the site. But I'm going to be putting out regular stuff on the Instagram page. So that's the best place to follow us for information, is to follow that Instagram.
Right. And just so you guys know, anybody that came last year, it is all new panels, speakers, and topics. It is not the same people. It is not the same topics.
There are some of the same
There
people.
are some people being repeated, but different topics.
Totally different topics. But yes, and there's a lot of new people. But I think that the panels, I think the sessions are going to be even better than they were last year. And so I think there's a lot to look forward to. It's going to be super, super exciting, and I can't wait. And just look down below is the website, which is resellerremix.com. You can go sign up for the email list there and follow us at Boss Reseller Remix.
And we don't spam you. Katy is the one that actually handles the email list.
One email out ever.
Yeah, she sends out emails just to remind you when the tickets are going on sale and all that kind of stuff. It's Turtle. It is October 10th through the 13th.
Yes.
And it's a 3-day, 2.5 day conference here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, 10th through the 13th. The 10th is just a meet and greet, but we wanted to include that as a date of the event, just because we don't want people like buying their tickets and not realizing like, oh, I should have gotten there a day earlier so I could actually meet up with everybody. To me, that meet and greet the night before is kind of an important part of the whole event, because it's your chance to really get to know people before it starts. And then you're going to feel a lot more at ease and a lot more comfortable for the rest of the time, because you'll already have made some friends.
Yeah, it's important to do that, because a lot of people come by themselves. A lot of people, this is their first event they've gone to, their first reseller event. And a lot of people have most people have trepidation walking into something new. So the meet and greet that we do the night before is just a chance for people to meet and have a cocktail or a cup of coffee or water or soda. It doesn't matter. You don't have to drink, and kind of just mingle and get to know each other before you walk into a conference feeling like a fish out of water. So,
yep, absolutely. So all that stuff's coming up. There's so much stuff. I think we did pretty good wrapping it all up in 20 minutes.
Seriously,
we had a lot of content.
We chat for 20 minutes about a whole hell of a lot of nothing sometimes.
What? Yeah, well, yeah, this was good stuff. Okay, so let's get into our regular show. We break it up into 3 parts. The first part, we look at our real numbers for the week, our gross numbers across all of our platforms, and kind of break it down: fees, shipping, cost of goods, yada yada, and kind of look at how we've done in the last week. Which this week it could have been a lot better. Middle part of the show, we look at our sales highlights, some of the cool stuff we sold, some of the exciting stuff we sold, something that's maybe interesting or educational. And then the last part is our actual haul, which I had a hard time narrowing it down because I have a ridiculous amount of stuff, but
you got some good stuffs.
I do have some good stuff.
I just want to acknowledge what Jackie says. That Jackie, we live in Vegas, so we actually have catering all set up already. But thank you, for the suggestions. We use gourmet food trucks for lunches. And that way people can pick what they'd like. And the event center that we use their catering for the big party with their food,
which we have to. It's the rule there. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the first part of our show. Let me move this over here so we can share the screen. We're going to look at my numbers first. All right.
Oh, you know why? Somebody beat me.
Well, but I didn't quite. I cheated a little, but okay. So I had my first Whatnot.
That's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Whatnot.
I had my first Whatnot sale,
You beat me.
which technically was the week before, but I got paid for it this last week. I just put it there because I wanted to be able to show you the numbers, even though we didn't have a show last week. So I got paid this last week, but the show itself was the week before. So technically it shouldn't be in here, but whatever. I wanted to show you guys how it went. Like I said, I had my first Whatnot sale. So I combined it with eBay because Whatnot has pretty much the same fees as eBay once you factor it all in together. And since Teresa helped us with the spreadsheet, it automatically calculates the fees out of there. So I just put it there. So I actually had 17 eBay orders and I sold 50 things on my first Whatnot. And then Etsy, Etsy was real bad for me this week. I only sold 2 things on Etsy. Now today, it's so weird because today...
This is what happens when you vacation for 2 weeks out of the last 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of us got any work done while we were out of town, obviously. So 2 weeks, no work.
Yeah. And it's crazy. So my Etsy's been completely dead. I only sold like 2 things on Etsy and I sold 1 thing on Thrilling for a total of $112.77. But then today, first thing, I had a $300 Etsy order. So it's like I've already started the week off way better. And they had a $200 Thrilling sale. So between Thrilling and Etsy, it's like I've already like obliterated this last week. Instagram, I actually had 1 order. Somebody contacted me on Instagram and wanted to buy something. So I had $85 there. And then Grailed, I had 3 orders, nothing on Mercari for a total of $181. So my total gross sales, still just kind of okay. Whatnot, I sold 50 things for a total of $1,115. So like an average of like $22.30, I think, per item, which I knew it was, stuff was going to go for lower prices. That's okay. It's my first show. And I see in the chat real quick. So my 80 baby, that's Laura Franzica, one of our admins for our group. She said, seemed like such a good idea a few days ago. Now I'm nervous. My first show is on the 7th. I think you're going to do awesome. And also today, Robin, who's also in the chat, she had her first show, her and Joe. Mm-hmm. And I think you guys did a great job. They were selling.
I watched for like the first 40 minutes and I had to finish getting ready.
Yeah, I was on there for over an hour. I bought some cool stuff. So I'm excited about that. But I think you guys did a great job. And so my 80 baby, that's Laura, and that's her name on Whatnot. And then Robin is Let's Shop, LETTS_shop. So you should definitely go check both of those out because I think Robin is doing a clothing sale tomorrow. I think she's already she's just like diving straight into it and like doing like daily shows or something.
I mean, it's hard. Let's face it. It's a whole new platform, right? Mm-hmm. It's hard to develop a following and to figure out how to do it. And as Katy said, Katy's fortunate. She has a following already, just built in because of you guys. And her Instagram that she uses for business, where she's, she has a niche. So she has a niche following for buyers, as well as some of you guys that watch. So I'm a little nervous to do mine too, Robin. I've got to be honest. I'm not so sure that I'm going to have anybody that's going to, you don't get me wrong. I know that a handful of you guys will come and watch just to support, but you don't want to buy my stuff. You're sellers. And I get that. That's okay. So I don't know. I haven't scheduled mine yet, but we'll see.
Yeah. So you can see the totals. So my total gross sales, $2,617.79. Of course, like I said, I'm kind of cheating because over 1,000 that is actually from the week before. So you can see how not great. And eBay, since I started listing in the last couple of days, I did have like my best day in over a month on eBay yesterday. So a big chunk of my week is all from one day. So
I went into this morning with only 2 things to ship for the entire weekend so far since Friday on eBay.
Yeah. My shipping $143.18. I don't have to include Whatnot because Whatnot provides all the shipping labels, so I didn't have to spend anything on shipping for Whatnot. And then you can see the breakdown of all the other fees. My cost of goods $360. I put like $200 for my Whatnot stuff. Who knows how much? I didn't go through and try to figure out for every single one, so that number could be a little skewed. So my net total sales $1,803.01. Look at my average sale price with my Whatnot numbers, $35.38.
Way the heck down.
I know. But now before, if you take my Whatnot out, I put that number there just to see it. It's $62.62, which actually my goal is always 70 and above. So that just kind of shows you that my sales over this last week were a lot of like lower price stuff for me. But the Whatnot brought me way down, and then my net got brought down to $24.36, whereas without Whatnot it's $41.21. So yeah, so whatever. It was like an extra $1,000 that I made, so that definitely helps when sales elsewhere are kind of slow. I think I'm going to do my next.
So apparently, my gambling I should have added to my.
Well, this is actually what is actually reselling, but yeah, I think I'm going to schedule my second show for sometime next week. So not this week, but next week probably, because I need some time.
I should have added my gambling win. It might have made my numbers look better.
Yeah, again, not reselling.
Shut your mouth. You put it in the title.
Okay, so let's look at your numbers.
Terrible. 26 on eBay, 6 Etsy, 2 Thrilling, 1 Depop. I will say that I had all of my stores turned off entirely while we were gone, except for eBay. eBay extended my handling time to 5 days or 6 days because we had the weekend, and everything else was turned off until the day before we came home. Etsy, Thrilling, Depop, Poshmark, Mercari, they were all turned off entirely. So 11 on Poshmark, 3 on Mercari for a total of 49 outgoing orders. I did $1,200 on eBay this week, guys. Yeah. $787 between Etsy, Thrilling, and Depop. $413 on Poshmark, $103 on Mercari for a total of $2,506. It's about $1,000 less than I like to see on a week. Again, my gambling wins make up for it a little bit.
Tell us what your eBay payout's going to be.
Oh, well, I had a return. So I had a $900 return on eBay this week for something that I had sold earlier this month. So my payout is looking like $175 or so for my weekly payout on Tuesday. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. Not looking good.
Yeah.
So good thing I won some money gambling last night because shit,
seriously.
Anyway, so total gross for the week, $2,506. My shipping, $216. And then you see the breakdown of the fees: eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari. Again, we keep Thrilling and Depop under the same fees as Etsy. It's about the same once you add in the PayPal fee, around 10% or so. Thrilling is a flat 10%. Depop's a little bit higher. It all evens out. It averages out. So my cost of goods is always low, $141 for my cost of goods, and my total net sales still ended up over $1,800 for the week net, and $51 and change for my gross average sale price. Again, anything over 50 is where I'd like to be.
And I said in my thumbnail that your biggest payout was a bit more than eBay. It was actually more than any of your, close to being, what was it?
My biggest payout was just under $2,300. It was almost more than my whole week.
Yeah. So not bad.
It was definitely more than my net.
Yeah. Anyway, so those are our numbers for the week. I think for whatever reason, I feel a little more hopeful than Vikki probably does, but I actually feel like I feel like we've been so busy these last couple of months. We've been taking a lot of time away from work.
We have been.
We've been doing a lot of traveling.
And I don't see that changing anytime soon. That's
well,
traveling, moving, all that stuff.
Yes, that's true. Moving, traveling. I think that's going to change. It's not going to change hugely. We definitely have some stuff going on, but we're not doing a lot of traveling away for the next couple of months.
I'm going to camp for 8 days in July.
Okay,
and then I have major surgery in
the next month and a half. Then we'll say
I have major surgery August 3rd. So we're
Okay, let's say the next month, for God's sake. We're going to be able to get some listing done. And as far as the surgery goes, like, you should be able to still do some listing. You're just going to be
within a week. I think so I should be okay.
But anyway, I feel like I've also had kind of a shortage of inventory. Like, I've been doing pictures and only having like 40 things to take pictures of. Well, this last time I had like over 100, and I already had well over 100 items to take my pictures of next. And I still have stuff coming in. I've had a couple more avenues of sourcing open up for me. So I feel like things could start going up, but then we're also in the middle of summer. So who knows?
Exactly. Summer slowdown is a real thing, guys.
Yeah.
So I just want to address a couple things in the chat there before we get going. So let's see. Oh, Kelly, hip flipping mama. Hello, my friends.
Hello.
And Naomi, yes, we moved the middle of April. We moved to a bigger home. If you go back through some of our videos, we actually did a tour of the new house. So we moved in the middle of,
we're in Vegas.
Everything. We're still in Vegas. We went from Henderson to Las Vegas. We moved less than 15 miles away from where we used to live. To a nicer neighborhood and a nicer house, actually.
Yeah.
So we're pretty happy here. It was just hell for a while. Moving is hell for anybody, between packing and unpacking and ugh. Anyway.
All right. You ready to look at some sales highlights?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. All right. Starting with you. What's up, Harvard?
So I only wanted to show this one. This is not like a huge sale or anything like that, but it is a shirt that I grabbed at the bins. So I think it was when I was at the bins with Deb and Mel. I found this. So I paid maybe 50 cents for it. It's a t-shirt, and I offered it to Katy. When I go to the bins, I tend to pick up t-shirts that I think she might like. And then if she doesn't want them, I keep them or toss them or whatever. And this was one of them that I picked up, and she went, nah, not interested.
This is a rub it in your face post?
I listed it, and it sold within a day of me listing it for $50.
No, that's very cool. I don't always say no stuff because it's not I don't think it's going to sell. It's like, I'm just not interested in it. And that's okay.
Whatever.
So good for you.
So yes, I don't sell a lot of t-shirts because when we go together, she will usually take obviously the men's vintage because that's all she sells. So when I source without her, I'm nice and just like,
you're nice.
I give her lots of the stuff when I find it because I think she'll like it more than me, and vice versa. She does the same thing.
Yeah. Yes, Trish, have it. Okay.
And yes, there is lots of vintage at the bins. That's where I get most of my stuff lately. Last 6 to 8 months anyway.
Absolutely. Okay, first one up for me. So it's not like a crazy exciting thing, but this actually potentially is going to be featured in the video that we just shot. But this, look at how raggedy and worn and faded this tank top is. I don't think I paid very much for this. At most like $10. This Chicago Bulls, it's got some little holes in it.
It's a cool graphic though.
Yeah, it is.
It's got a stain. It's got some cool
it's got some staining. But it's a fun graphic. Paid like $10 for it, and somebody offered 60. Or no, I think I sent out an offer for 65, and then it expired. And the guy messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, can I still get this for 65? Because I missed out on that offer." And I was like, "Absolutely." So $65, and like I said, I think we definitely shot some footage with this tank top in it. So just be on the lookout, guys.
See, they had us in our each of our offices respectively, so I didn't see all of her interview or what they shot, and she didn't see everything I did either. Yeah. So obviously the stuff we did together, we saw. So these were a bins find. I picked these up at the bins. So they're a little heavy. They're like 3 pounds or so. So I probably paid around $5 and change for these. But they sold very quickly. They were listed and sold within a week or two.
Nice.
And they sold for $70, like you see there. And they weren't a big size, so I didn't have to use a huge box. So I actually was able to use box in a bag, and I think they shipped for around $10. I charge $8.55 for anything priority.
Okay.
It's just a flat fee that I charge.
That's pretty good. All right. Next up for me, apparently I'm just going to show you some like beat up stuff that I sold.
Sure.
I like getting stuff like anything that's like about like Earth Day, environmental type stuff. I think it's kind of fun, save the planet. And I also like Snoopy stuff. And so I picked this one up even though the sleeves have been cut off.
Was that a stain right down the middle of his face too?
Maybe.
Or is that just the light?
I don't know. Hold on.
No, it's the
I think
lighting.
it's just the lighting. Anyway, the sleeves are cut off. It's kind of worn out and faded and stuff, but you know what? It's cool. I think it's cute. But I've had it for a little while now. What are you doing?
Changed your zip code? Why does it still say Henderson?
I don't know because I've changed it. I promise. My return shipping has changed. And somebody bought it for full price, $69.99. I paid like $5 for it and sold it for $70. It did take a little while. I probably could have sold a lot faster if I had it listed for lower. But I mean, I don't think I've had it longer than like maybe 5 months, so it's not bad. So don't necessarily pass up the stuff that's been cut or altered. Next.
So these sold for the price you see there, $101.36. They were on sale. These were part of a huge box of items that a friend of mine in Rhode Island sent to me.
What does it say, Henderson? Haven't you changed?
I know mine says Henderson too. It's weird. Okay, never mind. I don't know why it says that.
Ahead.
Might have been that's where no, because I've lived here since I've had them. Anyway, they weren't listed very long. They were listed for maybe a month or so. And even now, don't wait on your Christmas stuff. Christmas sells year round. Christmas, New Year's. These are buyer's choice. They're a dime a dozen, but those are vintage. And that's the only reason I priced them that high. And I agree with Sandra. I think they're pretty horrifying. All of the buyer's choice things I think are hideous, but people collect them and they like them. So
what about this guy right here?
Oh, he's creepy as fuck. Yeah. But I paid about $5 total for these on average. I got a whole bunch of stuff. So sold for $101.36 for the pair, buyer's choice, carolers. These are New Year's Eve celebration ones. Yeah.
Okay. Look, he's do you think he's having bottomless mimosas?
He could be. Kara says he has a bottle of pop.
All right. Next up, so here's another kind of worn and faded t-shirt, Edie's Grand Ice Cream. I didn't pay much for this, probably paid like $5 for it. But one of the reasons I wanted to show this one and another one I'm going to show in a little bit, I think I've mentioned it before. I get these sales where they buy them for full price, my full sale price. And then they have a little note where they say, hey, this is a present for my buddy. Please don't include a packing slip or any information inside the bag. So it sounds like a drop shipper, right? But nobody's drop shipping clothing on eBay. So my only theory is that somebody has a website outside of eBay that's like all of my listings.
I think so.
But then I'm like, I already priced my stuff at the top. So I'm like, hey, more power to you. If you can sell it for a higher amount so that you can make money too, hell yeah. But I've been getting like a couple of these every week, guys. So Edie's Grand Ice Cream.
Your stuff is definitely on somebody's.
Yeah, somebody's got some sort of external site. I don't know what it is, but somehow I'm like, hell yeah, please.
As long as you're
sell my stuff for me.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't make offers. They just buy it right out. So $69.99. I paid like $5 for it. I think I actually did get this one at like a thrift store or something. Just a little t-shirt and sold it for $70.
Cool. It's Teresa's reaction to anything. Cool.
Yeah,
she's a jerk.
Yeah, she's a jerk. Go ahead.
Okay, so I bought this. I've had this for a while. I think I've probably had this for every bit of 7 or 8 months at least. I generally buy, this is a brand and a model that I probably would not have picked up. I like the combos. I don't pick up just DVD players or whatever, but this was actually in a sealed box that I picked up at a garage sale for $5.
And what was the box?
And the box was
what was it?
I am not sure. It might have been Onkyo was the box, and then this was what was in it.
Yeah.
So I got
the old bait and switch.
Yeah. So someone had stored their old VCR or DVD player in the newer box.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had paid like $5 for it. And then I'm like, oh, well, what the hell? I guess I'll list it. What was different about this one is I believe this was the very first DVD player. I think it might have that in the listing.
Well, 1997 is definitely, I remember when my buddy Robbie got,
That's why I said it's in the listing.
Yes.
While I'm trying to talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, very first DVD player created, and it was pretty hard to find, which is true. There's not a lot of them. So it sold for the price you see there. So $230 plus shipping. I did charge shipping, and it actually cost more than that because this was pretty heavy and it was bigger than most DVD players are now and heavier. So this actually was about 10 pounds packaged, and I think it cost me closer to 30 to ship it.
I remember in the early 2000s when my buddy Robbie got his first DVD player and showing it to us, and it was like $2,000, which was crazy, man.
Yeah, maybe that's what this was around in the beginning. Who knows?
Okay, next one, this Major League 2 t-shirt. I haven't had this for very long, only
Great
like less
movie.
than a month. I think I showed it. I might have even shown it in the last haul. I don't know. But there's other ones out there. So when I bought it, I think I paid like $30, got it from Jesse at Yesterday's Fits. But when I looked up the comps, there were other ones that were listed for cheaper, and I was like, hell no. And so I still listed it a little bit higher. And it actually sold pretty quickly. It's for the full price you see there, $97.99. Paid $30 for it. Nice, $97.99. It's that nice, really soft, thin vintage. I think I made you fondle it when I showed it on the show.
Very soft,
and thin, but not a high price seller, but I sold it for a higher amount than any of the other ones that are listed. So there you go.
Yep. Oh, hey, Will.
Hello.
Will's Vintage Treasures. Okay, so these sold. They were listed for less than a month. These I paid about $2 to $3 for in a large bulk buy that I purchased from a friend of mine. And they're a small size. 5.5 is small for even for women. And they sold fairly quickly. These were in really nice shape, but they're not a very uncommon type of shoe. There's actually quite a few out there when you look for them. Maybe because these were red is what they sold for a little bit. You know, I do charge for shipping for shoes on Etsy. My clothing I do sell with free shipping on Etsy, but so they sold for $69.95 fairly quickly.
Nice.
These red little granny boots. They're very cool. If they were my size, I probably would have kept them because I really like this look. But they're cute.
Brett says there's a second hard to find place that you have to change your location on eBay. It's so stupid. I feel like I did it in a couple places.
I feel like I changed it in like 17 places.
Why did they make it so hard?
Why does it not just take into account your return address or your ship from address?
Exactly. Check it out. I sold another Jesus t-shirt.
Shocking.
For $97.99. And not only that, it's another one of those ones where it's like, hey, I bought this for my buddy. It's a present for my buddy. Could you not include anything in the packaging? It's like, okay, dude, whatever. So $97.99. I paid like $15 for it. And
another
again,
Jesus tee.
Jesus sells.
Jesus sells. Jesus saves. Jesus sells. It's a thing.
Yep, it's true. So there's not much else to say about that. So next one for you. Ooh, fancy.
This is a robe that I picked up in the bins. I grabbed this with a bunch of vintage men's swimwear around the same time. So maybe 2 to 3 months ago.
Oh yeah, we were thinking maybe it matched the.
We thought it
shorts,
matched the swim trunks. They were the same era, but they probably came from the same guy, but they did not match color wise or anything. Different brands. I had this again listed for maybe 2 months or so. It sold for the price you see there, $99.95. I probably paid between $2 and $3 for it at the bins. I think it weighs just under a pound, so under 2 pounds then. And it was just a pretty cool swim robe, swim cover up. I mean, it looks like a regular robe, but when you touch it, it's like that bathing suit swim material. So it's not like cotton or flannel or like a warm kind of robe that you'd put on after you get out of the shower type of robe. It's not a bathrobe. It's very much a swim type of robe.
It's very Jesus' disciples core.
Yeah, it's very much not something you would see men
core.
Wearing these days over bathing suits. So it's kind of like a cabana thing, cabana, where it's definitely a very specific 60s, 70s era for sure. There would be a tight Speedo under that thing. Yeah, you're correct. In it to flip it, you are correct.
Yep. Absolutely.
Greg called it Moses core. Yes, there you go.
Core.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Okay, it looks like something somebody would have their kid wear at a school play, a nativity play as a shepherd.
Yep. Exactly.
Right?
Yep. All right. Next up, I did not sell this for the price you see there. This is the Sneakers Movie t-shirt. I actually haven't had this for all that long. This is another one I bought. I only paid like $20 for it. I got it from Jesse Yesterday's Fits. This is another one where I found there were a number of them already listed online for pretty low prices. I still priced it $200, but then I sent out offers for like $100 and somebody accepted. So I sold this one for $100. I paid $20 for it, sold for $100, had it for less than a month. So it was still a good flip. And what are you giggling about over there? Who are you giggling at?
Sandra's comment.
The Rob has seen some home movies. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's very true.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Out of the gutter. Anyway, so nice little movie tea flip.
There's
Next
a
up.
So this I've had for a long time. Like a long time. Like I want to say like a couple of years maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've had it for so long. I know I picked it up at an estate sale and paid maybe $5 for it. I just thought it was a really nicely done latch hook rug. It was something that nobody's ever walked on. It wasn't that type of rug. It was the kind that someone like hung on the wall, and it was really nicely done. And it was just kind of like this vintage Native American Indian chief with like the full Indian headdress and everything. It was very nicely done. Anyway, I had it for a long time, and I'm shocked that it didn't sell sooner than it did. But it finally sold. Yay.
Yay.
I had like $15 shipping on it, and it sold for the price you see there, just under $140, $139.95 plus the $15 shipping. I just thought it was a really creative looking piece.
Yeah, it's cool.
And that's someone that likes to decorate or collect Native American artwork. I just thought it was different. It's something you see very often. So yeah, I liked it.
I like it. All right, next up. This is not a high price selling piece. But I find, you know how you have people make offers on eBay or like interact with you about a specific item on eBay, and then you'll sell it like the next day to somebody else. Mm-hmm. Same thing happened with this, only this was on Etsy. I had somebody reach out and they were trying to get me to sell it like ridiculously cheap. She's like, oh, my husband works at Boeing. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, first of all, it's only a $40 shirt. It's like, come on, just if you want it because of your husband, then just freaking get it. And so I was just basically like, yeah, it's selling for the price you see there. I'm not lowering the price anymore. I don't have, Etsy doesn't have offers or best offer. Mm-hmm. Occasionally I will work with someone, but if I'm busy and I'm not doing stuff, it's like, which was while we were in Florida, it's a pain in the ass to try to change the pricing on
especially if you have a sale running, because you've got to back out the sale. Yeah. It's a pain.
And the best I would have done anyway is bring it down to 40. And I just wasn't going to do that for
$3.
Yeah. It's just stupid. And for this small of a sale. And so I was just like, I kind of blew her off. And it was just basically like, it's the price you see there. And then somebody else came along, and I think all they asked was, like if it was an authentic Boeing, if it was from Boeing, or if it was, which I'm like, who's making fake Boeing t-shirts? It's like an embroidered vintage t-shirt, but whatever. I said, yes, it's from Boeing. And so then they bought it for the full price. But I paid like $5 for it.
Now, question on your title and your description. Why do you have Vaporwave when there's like not a design or stripes or anything like that? Oh, it does have the stripes in it. Okay. I couldn't see it. From far away, it looked solid. Yeah. Never mind. I got it now.
So it's textured.
Never mind. Understood.
Yeah. Never mind.
From that small photo, you cannot see that. Okay. So this is a Poshmark sale. So I've got to tell you what it is, but it is the brand See by Chloe, SEE by CHLOE, See by Chloe. So it's not vintage. This is a more current brand. This is a suede jacket with like a little moto jacket with short sleeves or half sleeves, I guess. It's a really cute piece. That's a nice blue suede. And it sold for the price that you see there, $71. That was someone else made me that offer. I don't know why $71, but maybe that came to a round number, their tax and their shipping, who knows. But I was happy to sell it. I've had it for quite a while. See by Chloe is a pretty high-end brand as far as retail pricing, but I have found that it does not sell for the price points that I prefer. So I generally don't pick it up unless I can get it really cheaply. And I think I paid about $4 for this, but I've had it for quite a bit. It's been sitting around for a while.
All right. Cool. All right. So this t-shirt, what makes it noteworthy is I actually bought it from Rally Roots on Whatnot. They were doing a Whatnot sale. They had like a bunch of dead stock, animal tees, and a bunch of them were these kind of like different breeds of dogs on t-shirts. And when this one came up, because we now love Dachshunds, because we have a little Chiweenie, When I saw this one, I really wanted it, and so I bid on it. And I think this is one of the ones that went for more than the other ones, probably because somebody else really wanted this particular shirt. So I actually paid more than I really would have wanted to. I think I got it for $25, and I'm like, I wasn't really sure if I was going to keep it or not, what I was going to do with it. And I was
You're
like,
not gonna, you're never
I'm like, I'm never
gonna
going to wear it. It's just, I just let the moment get the best of me, and I just wanted to have a wiener dog shirt. And then somebody else was bidding on it, and I was like, no, that's mine. And so I bid higher. Anyway, so I paid $25 for it, but then I listed it, and it literally sold within less than a week to somebody for $70 on Etsy. But they actually bought 2 other shirts as well, so they did a bundle, and there was somebody who's a repeat buyer. So I was like, cool. I'm glad that somebody got it, and I made a little bit of money on it.
Yeah, someone will enjoy
generally, I'm not paying $25 for something I'm going to flip for 70, but hey, I made a little bit of money on it, and it's real cute. Look at that puppy's real cute. All right, next up for you.
Okay, so this was not listed very long at all, maybe for a couple of weeks. This was a bins find. This is a Singapore Airlines flight attendant uniform.
Huh.
Now, you would not know this except that there was actually a tag inside. I just bought it because it was a vintage. It looked vintage to me, and it might be vintage, but it's not incredibly vintage because of the type of tag that it had inside. So it might be like early 2000s vintage. It just looks a lot older than it is. But Singapore Airlines has their flight attendants in these teeny tiny uniforms like this. And this one was very small. This is like an extra small. And so it's very, very lightweight. It's a very lightweight cotton. And it's machine made. It's not handmade. And I paid maybe under $2 for it based on weight at the bins. And it sold for $100. I had an offer within a couple of weeks. I was like, oh yeah, I'll take that easily. So yeah, I thought it was different. I just got it because it was different. And I thought it was vintage when I first grabbed it. I just kind of grab stuff at the bins, whatever. And then I deal with it when I get home. But then when I saw the tags and everything, I realized it was not vintage or not as old as I thought it was. Either way, Crystal actually was the one when she was listing it that found that it was Singapore Airlines.
Very cool.
And yeah, it's pretty cool. So it sold pretty fast.
Nice. All right, next one for me. I sold this one pretty quick too. I had it priced up quite a bit higher. And I probably could have sold it for more if I waited, but I wanted to bring some money in, and I only paid like maybe $15 for the sweatshirt, and somebody wanted it on Grailed. And the nice thing about Grailed, unlike eBay, is that when somebody makes an offer, you get your money right away. So it's pretty tempting when somebody makes an offer. You're like, but I could have $70 in my pocket right now. So, but I love this sweatshirt. I think it's really cool. This is the back of it. It's got, no, shut up. You shut up. I love the back graphic that has like all of the different like cool surf and skate brands on it, like Vision Streetwear. It's got Massimo, it's got Stussy, it's got Gotcha, just Oakley, Quicksilver, Side Out, Local Motion, TNC Surf. It's like there's
Vision
so much
streetwear.
Yeah, there's so many cool brands on here. It's just really cool, and I love the colors and everything. And it's got the spell out on the sleeve, so I just really like the design. But somebody wanted to buy it for $70, and I'm like, you know what? It's stupid to hang on to this. Just get some money, let's send it on its way. So that's what I did. So I was happy with it. All right.
And this one actually sold over a week ago, but I wanted to highlight it. This actually sold on Thrilling. This is what the Thrilling sales look like when you're on the actual portal. I picked this up at an estate sale in California. So whenever we went to California for the estate and stayed for a couple of days recently, unfortunately,
that's the one I yoinked for you.
You did yoink it for me. So it is, it was just this, I know I showed it in the haul. It very much speaks like Dolly Parton Rhinestone Cowboy to me, like fantastic pink jumpsuit with this gold keyhole neckline. I mean, just flipping fantastic.
Yeah.
It sold for the price you see there, $249.95. I paid about $2 for it because I had an enormous pile of things that I bought at this estate sale for $100. It was a table full of stuff. So I was
I remember that one now.
Perfectly happy to sell that for $250. I did not price it low because I knew that what I had, like, it's a nice piece. I knew someone was going to, if that fit me, I'd be rocking that shit. Like, yeah, love it.
Very cool. All right. Last one for me. I had somebody contact me on Instagram, and they were like, hey, I want to buy this shirt. Can I just buy it to you here for $95, and they showed me a screenshot of it from Etsy. Well, on Etsy, I have a 10% off sale going. So I had it listed for $99.99 on Etsy. So it was $89.99 on Etsy. And he was like, hey, I can PayPal you friends and family here for 95. And I'm like, well, dude, like you're saving me money and I'm not having to pay fees. Like, and it's already like $90. So I was basically like, I'll sell it to you for $80, friends and family, because you're saving me money. And so I sent him my PayPal and everything, and he paid me 85. He's like, I threw in $5 more for shipping. And I'm like, okay. So I'm pretty sure I was negotiating the wrong direction, but
he was negotiating.
I know he
was a terrible negotiator.
I know, right? Like he thought like somehow I'd be doing him a favor by, I don't know. Anyway, where he's going to have like zero protection by doing friends and family. Yeah. And I'm like, I'd rather him potentially come back and buy more from me in the future. So, but I picked this shirt up when we were in New England at a thrift store.
When we were with Trish and Diane, not even a month ago,
a few bucks for it. And
we were there a month ago. So
yeah. So I only paid like a few bucks for it and sold it for 85 on Grailed, not Grailed, sorry, on Instagram with zero fees or anything. So,
and I agree with you, Susie. She said about the jumpsuit. I know it's 70s, but it reminds me of something you'd see in Mad Men. Mad Men does straddle the 50s and the 60s. They get into like the mid to late 60s, the whole series. So I think that could have been like a late 60s, early 70s type of piece. But I agree. It's very, I don't know. It screams Dolly Parton to me. I picture Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Frankie says he remembers this shirt.
Yeah.
It is a really cool shirt because it's like it says thanks for the memories. And it's when it was when
they closed the Boston Garden.
Yeah. So it
became TD Bank North or whatever the hell it's called now.
And it's got all their seasons.
They just changed the name of the company.
It's got the stats of all.
The building.
Yes. It's got the stats of all the seasons. And it even shows like, a little mark where they got the.
Right. Frankie says, who gave up this shirt in New England is my question. Right. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. That's it for our sales highlights.
That's it for our solds or some of our solds in the last week to week and a half. I only pulled one thing that was 2 weeks old. So
yeah. Already, like I said, I've already had 2 sales today, one for 300, one for 200 that are better than any of the sales I've had in the last 2 weeks. Cause I was like, oh great. I get to go back 2 weeks for sales highlights to be able to show some cool stuff I sold. And already today, I beat any of the ones in the last 15 days.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, I have not even broken $100 on any platform in the last 5 days. So when you don't list, you don't sell.
Yeah.
Under $100 for the last 5 days in a row.
It's true. All right. So let's get through our haul and maybe we can do a little listing after we get over the show.
What?
Or you're going to be the pool. I'm going to be listing.
No, I'm not going to the pool.
Oh, okay. Why are you saying what like that then?
We're actually going to work?
Oh, yes, we are. So why don't you show us
what that's like?
So as far as sourcing goes, so we brought, like I said, we brought home 130 pounds from Florida.
Yep.
Are you showing any stuff from that?
Yes, I have a couple.
Also, you bought like how many pieces off of somebody in Harry?
I bought 100 pieces. Someone had posted in Harry Tornado and Josh's group that they were looking for a way to sell reseller lots of vintage clothing. And I said, well, I might be willing to buy it all from you if the price is right. So private message me because he allows that in his group, by the way. I'm just going to say that most groups don't allow that type of thing, but he does. And that's great for me. So I spoke with this person one-on-one. I had never purchased from her before. I did not know her. She's not in our group. I doubt she watches the show, but if she does, thank you. But I offered her the same price that I offer anyone I purchase from. And I do have several of you that watch us that I've purchased from before. I will pay anywhere from $3 to $5 per item, plus the shipping. I cover the shipping, depending on the quality of the item, depending on what it is. If it's a great piece, I'm going to pay $5, $6, $7. If it's a really great piece, if it's mediocre bread and butter stuff, it's going to be like $3 each item. Because, then I have to pay $3 for it to be listed and photographed. I have to clean it. I have to sit on it. And then I'll maybe sell it for $30 to $40, right? That's my bread and butter price, $30 to $40. But in this case, I purchased 100 items for $420 delivered. 120 of that was shipping. It was a lot of stuff.
Like 3 or 4 boxes.
4 boxes. And they came from Texas. And Texas, even though it's only 2 states over, for some reason is like zone 6 for us. And they were big boxes. So anyway, Most of it was mediocre. I will say I threw away about 10 pieces, not because they're just not worth listing. One had stains. Everything was very clean and in very nice condition, but there were like 8 or 9 pieces that just weren't worth listing, like mediocre old lady vintage that really, truly, I probably just not worth listing at all. So just chucked them. So like 10% attrition rate is not that bad when you're doing sight unseen.
Yeah.
So I got 100 pieces from her. And again, most of it's mediocre. I'm going to show a couple of pieces that were some highlights. But again, this is about building relationships. She is someone that has a very good friend that owns an estate sale company, and that's where she gets most of her stuff. She gets her stuff at the end of the estate sales, either the stuff that they donate or they're about to get rid of. And she takes a lot of it. And a lot of it, she takes her clothes because a lot of people don't want to deal with clothing at estate sales. A lot of estate sale companies don't sell clothing at all. So I gave her a very good idea of what it is that I really like and what I'm looking for. And we can possibly have a continuing symbiotic relationship.
Yep.
If she gets things for free or gets it for next to nothing, and I'm willing to pay $3 to $4 an item, that's a very quick profit and turnaround for her. So we'll see. She sent everything out. I trusted her. I sent it, friends and family, the money, which I don't recommend. Please don't do that with strangers, but I did it, and took a chance, and it worked out well.
And when she was going to do that, I told her, I'm like, just make sure that they aren't like a brand new Facebook account, like, because you can see how long somebody's been in the group that you're in with them. And she did a little bit of snooping to see, like, okay, it looks like a legit.
She's a real account. Her husband's in the military.
Yeah.
She messaged me through her real account. I mean, she has kids. So it wasn't a weird thing.
Yeah, anyway. There's some stuff that you can kind of see right away, like, oh, this looks a little bit suspicious, but you got all the stuff, so that's really great. I got a bunch of stuff from Whatnot. I got a bunch of stuff from
Katy.
My secret. No, I'm not showing any of that.
Oh,
my secret online source, and I got a bunch of stuff from Yesterday's Fits, of course. And I also bought, I've got a few things I'm going to show you. Kara Cooper, if she's still in the chat, she came to the meetup in Florida and brought me some really cool vintage t-shirts. So I'll show you a few of those. And then my
Kara stuff is already with Crystal. So unfortunately I don't have that to show.
All right. Yeah. And then I also,
she's so freaking rude.
Somebody said we talk over each other a lot, and something tells me 85% of that is you, my dear. So,
well, that's somebody can whatever, not watch. I don't care.
Stop it. Let me finish. And then the last piece is that I bought a bundle of like 13 t-shirts from Kane Foster, longtime stranger friends who we've never met in person. But I've bought from him before, and he hooked me up with a really awesome t-shirt bundle. So I will be showing those to you because they're awesome. Some of the best stuff I've gotten in a long time. And like I said, next week I'll show you the stuff that I got from Casey.
Oh, and Susie asked, pool, did we get a waiting pool? Not a waiting pool, actually, but it is like the pop-up pools you get from like Big Lots or Walmart or whatever. It's a 14-foot pool, above ground pool with a little pump and everything. And but it's only like 3 feet deep. So it like goes up to like my chest, possibly. This is what it looks like in the backyard. I don't know if you can see that, but that's part of the one side of our backyard. So it's big enough for several adults to be in and me to lay in there. In my floaty.
Yeah. Basically, it's a good floating pool.
Which is all I need. I'm not doing laps. It's all right.
So why don't you go ahead and show us what you got?
Yeah, see, perfect for a good float. Exactly, Susie. All right, so what do I got? I don't think I showed this 2 weeks ago. I think I had it 2 weeks ago, but I think it was already with Crystal. Please yell at me if I have shown it, but I don't think I did. This was one of my favorite pickups in Florida.
You get that in Florida. You've had that for longer than that, haven't you?
No, I have not. The bins?
I don't know.
Either Florida or the bins, because those are the only places I went. I haven't been to thrift stores here. But this is a very, very popular style right now. Can you take that off the screen, please?
Yes. And then, okay.
I can't show what I'm showing when you do that.
Hold it up like this.
I'm not holding it above my head.
Sorry, Sandra, that you're not allowed to speak. Go ahead.
Kara, I did have a peacock floaty. It popped. But I don't need one that big. Actually, that's really obnoxious. It was really big. Anyway, okay, so this is like a very 80s, the whole granny core patchwork thing. Patchwork jackets are super in fashion right now. In fact, if you go and look up a company called Bode, B-O-D-E, it's Bode. They are a handmade company that sells current fashion, and they're selling things that look like this for like $2,000, right? That's not what I'm selling this for. But in any case, I paid a couple of bucks for it, and it was made in the 80s. It's a handmade quilted granny core jacket. And I have it listed, I think, for like $175 or so. It's actually really cute. This is not my style, but lots of people are wearing this look right now.
My grandma would have loved it.
Grandma would have loved it. I'm pretty sure grandma owned something like this. It is awful. It's totally awful, but people love them.
Which, by the way, guys, I happened to find a 10-minute video that I had taken of my grandma last year around this time when we went to visit. And it's awesome. And I'm talking to her all about like reselling and thrifting. And so I'm definitely going to put that up as like a standalone video sometime in the next month because it made me really, really happy to see it. I had totally forgotten I had it. And I'm so glad that I took the time to take that video last year because I don't have anything like that at my grandma.
No, and I love it. I love it. Okay. So this is, I'm losing track of where I'm getting things, but whatever. This is either bins or whatever, but this was just a vintage 70s. This is like nylon. This is, I would say this is it's like nightgown material, but this is more a hostess style caftan. So this would be, you wear this around the house.
Nightgown. This is like Mrs. Roper goes to a funeral.
This is like Mrs. Roper wants some sexy time with Mr. Furley. So this is the type of sheer nightgown with some gold trim. And this will sell for $75 to $100.
Nice.
These next few pieces came from my purchase from the girl in the Facebook group. So I paid $3 an item. Let's call it $4 with shipping delivered. And this one I thought was pretty cool. This is just a vintage 70s Coach's jacket, that's flannel lined. But not that the jacket is anything special, but the patch on it is pretty
Winnebago.
Cool. Yeah, so it's like the Winnebago International Travelers Association vintage patch. So I'll probably sell this for like $75, I think. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'd put your comments on the screen, but I don't want to get stabbed.
When you put comments on the screen, when people are trying to look, it covers up what I'm showing.
I know. I'm just saying.
I don't do it to you. I don't want you to do it to me.
You can do it to me while I'm showing my stuff.
I don't, and I don't want you to. So anyway, covers up the thing that I'm talking about.
I understand.
All right. So this is also another Coach's jacket, came from the same thing. This one is more 80s than 70s. So it's the blue with the stripe thing. And then it has, this is the Houston Parks and Rec Athletics. Nice. Houston Parks and Recreation Athletics. Maybe like $50-$60. It's just kind of a fun.
So that's
jacket.
Leslie Nopewear.
It's what?
Leslie Nopewear. They'll get it in chat.
The ones that watch Parks and Rec will. This is a vintage 80s members only racer jacket. So this is like almost the same color as my walls in here.
Yeah, it's very
like a greenish teal.
A little more green. You can't really see the color on
the color kind of gets washed out in here. But this is a good size. It's an extra large. This is the 80s. It's not the more desirable rainbow tag. This is a little bit later. So later 80s or so. But still cute. This will be probably, because of the color and the size, probably $75 or so. And this is the fourth piece that I'm going to show from that same lot. Again, so far, these are some of my favorite pieces. I didn't get a lot of men's, but the ones that I got were cute. The rest is kind of mediocre, middle grade stuff, but still good bread and butter. This is another one. So this is a vintage, this is a Reebok. Not even, it's just a no-name activewear jacket. But it's the Miller Genuine Draft Pro-Am Championships from 1994.
Ooh.
This is teal and purple. It's just kind of like a pullover. It's cotton, so it's not like nylon windbreaker material, but it's definitely like a pullover windbreaker type thing. And it's got like the purple lining. So that one's kind of cool too. So what? Pro-Am Championships. I don't even know what that is. Is it tennis? Is it volleyball? I don't know.
It's got like a little more green in it than the walls do, but But yeah, it looks like it matches.
Same type of thing, probably like $75 maybe. That's just what I'll price that stuff at. All right. Am I just going to go all the way through and then you go all the way through? Is that where you want to do it?
If you want to.
Instead of back and forth?
However you want to do it.
Let's see. This came from that girl that I got everything from. This is just very vintage. You just see, look how, first of all, I don't know whose waist is this tiny, but they need a cheeseburger. My goodness. That's like a 22-inch waist, I think. Vintage 80s Palmettos is the brand right there. But look.
Ooh,
stirrup pants, jeans.
Stirrups.
With this big, this is the thing, to make you look like you have a big long ass because it's just got the seam down the bottom with no pockets. So this is the epitome of mom jeans. I don't care if you're a size 0. This is going to make you look like you have a very long butt. It's not a flattering look, but people still wear them. So these will probably sell for like the $40 range. Yes, with the fringe and patch it. Yeah. Oh Lord, not stirrup pants. They sell. Okay.
We got some real fancy pants coming.
Yep.
Well, not yet.
These are pretty fun. These I got from Casey's storage locker. He had a whole bunch of stuff that was not listed. These were actually very badly stained, and I was able to treat them and get every stain out because they're polyester, which I love. These are not worth as much as I had been hoping, but these are vintage 70s. These are Givenchy. This is it's an authentic tag from the 70s, early 80s.
Ooh.
And these are just like polyester Givenchy Sport. There's a little tag there.
Ridiculous.
Bell bottom pull on pants in like powder blue. Like I couldn't think of a less attractive pair of pants, but this type of thing really sells. And these are on the larger side, which is harder to find for vintage. I've seen a couple of pairs. I think people let them go a little bit too low. I'm not selling them for $40, but they probably will go for about the $75 range. Let's see. This is also from Casey's storage unit. This is vintage. For those of you that have watched House of Gucci, this is vintage Paulo Gucci. So Paulo Gucci's line of clothing that was pretty short-lived. I believe he was the cousin or something. He was the weird cousin that they had in the movie.
Who's played by, Jared Leto, right?
Played by Jared Leto with the bald. Yeah, they made him overweight and bald and really creepy looking. I didn't even know it was Jared Leto until after the movie because that's how good the makeup was.
I think they just made it so that on the outside, it looks like what Jared Leto probably looks like on the inside because he is a creep.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
Just ruined Jared Leto for me.
Sorry.
Anyway, so it's just like this long sleeve polo shirt with the Gucci symbol. Again, this is authentic. And this doesn't sell for as much as I thought it would either, this line of Gucci, but this is a very basic shirt. Again, $75 or so. It's in really nice shape. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a knit long sleeve polo. Let's see. Picked this up when we were out sourcing with Casey. This is this is the color of the walls. It's totally washing out here. This is acid wash full denim skirt that is turquoise. It's that colored acid wash. So with big pockets, it's very like Western. Very Western.
Hip Flip and Mama, Jared Leto was the worst Joker. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You got Jack Nicholson.
The Joker movie. You don't like the...
Okay. He wasn't in the Joker movie. He was in Suicide Squad, which he played the Joker character. And I'm saying he was the worst Joker. If you're going to have...
Joaquin Phoenix was the...
Joaquin Phoenix was the Joker movie. But all the other Jokers are ahead of Jared Leto.
Yeah, Naomi, I list everything on Etsy. Etsy, Thrilling, Poshmark, and eBay. So most of my stuff, my prices are the same across the board, but I don't run sales as often on Etsy. I never run sales on Thrilling. So those prices are always much higher, or the sale prices are much higher. So pockets on this. I love this. Very tiny. It's got that little pointed back, and it's just a big flare skirt. Very 80s. I love this. Super cute. I think I paid $5 for it. And I'll list that for around the $99 range. So I only have a couple more.
Hip Flippin' Mama and I are in an internet fight now.
Yeah. Okay. Internet fight.
Go ahead.
Everything I sell is long tail. Vintage in general is long tail.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also from Casey's Storage Locker. This is a vintage 80s made in the USA Pro Player brand reversible Yukon Huskies jacket.
Tag's
so
right here.
The tag is in the pocket. So I pulled it out to show you. This is Pro Player 80s made in the USA. It's a good size. It's reversible. So it's got these. I've washed it already. I might have to wash it again. It smells musty from the storage. Yeah. But it's got these great patches on it, and it's a good size.
Got patch on the inside too.
Yep.
Very nice.
It is reversible. Puffer jacket. It's nice. I gotta wash it again though, because I can smell it in here. It's gonna wash by itself.
Yeah, they were all stinky. He had one box of stuff that was completely mold infested.
It's Florida, so everything's damp.
He had gotten a bunch of stuff from somebody else, and I think that was one that he hadn't even gone through yet, and it was mold throughout the whole thing. It was real bad, so he had to throw it out.
Yeah. So
anything else?
Yukon Huskies. All right, and then I have just a few other pieces I just wanted to show that were good examples of 90s hip hop streetwear that I have right now. For some reason, they all came around the same time.
Yep.
And from different sources. A couple are from the bins and a couple are from Casey's storage unit. And I just wanted to show what I've got. Something that's, Jenko jeans are back, right? Jenko jeans have always sold, to be quite honest with you.
Weird.
Even the big 90s, the bigger the leg, the better the stovepipe legs, they sell really well. And they really had a resurgence in early 2000s as far as they started making them again, the brand again. So there were the 90s ones that sell for a ton. Early 2000s still sell, but not for quite as much money. And then they started remaking the 90s styles within the last 5 or 6 years. So be real careful when you're looking for Jenkos. But the true vintage Jenko jeans, made in the USA Jenko, sell for good money. And that style in general is really big. So that whole big wide leg, tiny waisted, baggy jeans for men and women is back right now. That rave look, that 90s crop top, ab showing, big wide leg jeans with the tiny waist.
Oh, my favorite pants I have are nice big wide leg.
Super, super good. But anyway, so these are Pele, not a fantastic brand. It's not really the brand that's going to sell them, but these are 90s big wide leg black cargo pants. And they're that kind of track pants material, that swishy pant material. So I got these at the bins. Paid, pennies for them, and I'll probably sell these for $75. I bet these are going to go on Etsy or Thrilling, just based on what they are. So, the chair, it's just a desk chair. It's made by Serta. I bought it on Amazon 5 years ago, but I think they still have the model. Let's see. These came from Casey's unit. These are dead stock Snoop Dogg pants. Big,
probably
baggy,
2000s,
wide leg, Y2K, late 90s, early 2000s. Men's jeans. Again, these are probably the $75 to $100 range. And these are...
Those ones I grabbed, and then when I got home, I was like, I don't want to deal with
You
them.
grabbed them, but I probably would have grabbed them had you not.
Well, of course you would have. Of course.
And then we got home, and she was like, "Here, you take them. I don't want them."
Yeah,
but
these, a lot.
Again, these are just not. It's not the name that's going to sell them. These are Fila brand, not anything spectacular. But again,
they're
wide
cool.
leg, color block, 90s hip hop. So these are blue and black color blocked. Pretty cool jeans. I'll probably, again, the $75 range, and everything that we bought from Casey. We did pay Casey, by the way. We did.
Which he tried to take a lot less. I offered him a certain amount, and he was like, "Oh, no." And I finally forced him to let me pay him the amount.
I did wash these, but these have a little spot. I'm going to try to wash again. So back with the Yukon jacket. They go in the corner.
He was trying to sell me all the like starter jackets for like $5 a piece. I'm like, are you kidding, man? No, that's stupid. That's just dumb.
Them's were my mosh pit pants. Yeah, exactly, Sandra. Exactly. Yeah. So Tracy, this as Greg DuPage Picker says, I do have skate wheels on these.
Yeah,
So
me too.
Skate wheels on the chairs are great for
rollerblade wheels.
Rollerblade wheels. You just replace the wheels on the bottom of the chair. They pop on and pop off.
You can buy a set for like $30 on Amazon.
They don't damage your floors or anything like that. I didn't need to get like a mat to go and protect the floor. All right. And then these are just South Pole. Again, not a brand I would normally pick up. It's the style that I picked up. Okay. So these are South Pole jeans that are like destroyed and have Velcro, of which I will say hook and loop. They look like they have little belt loops around the legs. Buttons on them. They're just they look like they've got like the pants around the leg. It's kind of weird, right? And they're big and baggy and wide. And this is going to be it's the style that's going to sell them, not the brand. And these I'll probably go a little bit lower on. They're not quite as big. What are you laughing at? Hold on. Have you looked under the chairs? Oh, jeez. Jeez, Britt.
Hold on. Oh, maybe. No, I don't know if that's a sticker or wait. Hold on. Did he make up stickers out of them, or is that a sticker from the chair? Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Yeah, these are kind of cool jeans. I think the waist is a little small, but I actually think I would wear these if they fit my waist.
What is my chair haunted?
I don't know what. Britt, I'm telling you.
Is my chair
Britt
haunted?
has attacked every bit of our house.
Take it
What
off.
the hell is that a picture of? Oh my God.
Is my chair haunted now?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, yours.
Is this a relative of yours? Britt, you're such an ass. And I just have one more thing to show, and then Katy can show her stuff.
You gotta check under your chair.
I swear to God, Britt got no work done. He was here for 5-6 days, and I swear all he did was hide things in everywhere. Like he had the pictures hanging from the fan blades in.
Well, he had them so they were on top of the fan blades, so you could hardly see them. But they were taped in such a way that when you turn the fan on, they flipped down and they were on each blade as it went around.
As it spun around. Like he tested it to make sure they were hanging in the right direction to get the maximum exposure. I'm not even kidding you. The only two places he did not hide anything or do anything with was he did not go into our bedroom and he did not go into the garage where my inventory was.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything else in the house was fair game. So I don't even know. But man,
Brett says we need to check both of them. So
oh Jesus. All right, I'm getting up. I'll show this while Katie's doing that. I picked up 2 of these vintage comforters. These are 2 vintage comforters made for Sears that I picked up, 2 size twin in Florida for $6 a piece, and I'll sell them for like $100 and change. So just vintage NBA jerseys.
I don't know why our chairs got like creepy, old-timey weirdos
Making faces. I don't even know. And I got nothing else to say.
That's so funny.
I got nothing else to say.
I like mine better.
I think I need to put these in frames now. By the way, I will say that our film crew thought it was hilarious, and when they were filming B-roll, they were
one of the producers, she was actually getting close-up shots of the picture framed. Britt, and she's like, I hope this makes the cut. And Vikki was like, I don't want that in there. And she went and took it away, but she didn't get it before she filmed it. So it's possible, Britt, your picture might end up in our eBay video, which would be pretty funny. I like this one. The camera's up here.
I know I was trying to get it not.
I love it.
You guys are ridiculous. Oh no, he put portraits up too. Oh,
Yeah,
in the
cats.
in the area where we said we were going to put the portraits, mind you, these are 10 feet up off of the ground. You need scaffolding to
He
get
had
up
to use
there.
a broom.
He
and
had to use a
tape
broom
and like hit
with
it.
tape and hit it against the wall to get it to stick. There are pictures of Victorian cat portraits.
Yep.
Cats in like Victoria. He did not miss a thing.
All right, are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right, so we did go thrifting in Florida. I actually had better luck finding vintage t-shirts in Florida thrift stores than I do here in Vegas. But for the most part, it was all just real basic. Like some of the stuff I picked up to sell at my next whatnot, it was real basic stuff. But I did find one thing that actually is something that I will price up. So I was pretty excited about it. And it's this t-shirt right here. It's nice and worn and faded. And it is Black History. Yes, Black History all year. And then if you look at the back, oh, it has like all the different like historical figures in Black history, their names on there. And then in the back, it says Father of Black History, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, founded the first annual Black History celebration in February 1926. It's just really, really cool shirt. It's like a forest green.
I'm surprised
But
it's
single
so
stitch.
90s, I would say, because that color was so big in the 90s.
Yep, it's definitely 90s. Anyway, so that was like my big score, but I'll probably price this at like 100 and hope to get 100, if not 70 to 100 or something like that. So that was like my big thrift piece. And then, like I said, all the best stuff I got was from actually from Casey's garage, all those jackets and stuff. All right, I've got some. Here's a couple of t-shirts I got from my online source that I use. This is an 80s Miller tag right here, made in the USA. I love this shirt's actually really cool. The back of it, this is the back. It says "Stop Nuclear Violence, Start Political Solutions to End Nuclear Testing." And then the front of it, you can see right here, American Peace Test, Nonviolent Direct Action to End the Arms Race. So this is very 80s, you know, with a lot of worries about nuclear war. Not that that has necessarily gone away, but it's just a really cool shirt. And then, whoops. Here's another one. These probably came from like the same person originally. This one's like dead stock, although it's got discoloration. I'm definitely going to have to like wash that and bleach it. But this one says "Reclaim the Test Site, Grassroots Resistance, Nonviolent Direct Action, and Civil Disobedience." This is a Nevada test site from 1988. So just a really cool shirt that doesn't have a tag, but this is obviously an 80s shirt.
Where we used to live, our last neighborhood was on top of the former nuclear testing site in Henderson, Nevada. Our neighborhood was built on that.
Yep.
Now, thankfully, we weren't like drinking the tap water or trying to raise babies with 5 heads, but you know.
Tasted real gross. All right. Then I have a handful here that I got from, I think this is one of the ones I got from Kara.
It is.
Yeah. So this is a 90s. So Kara came to the meetup and she brought me a whole bunch of t-shirts and I was like, heck yeah. And they were actually way better than any of the stuff I thrifted, other than that Black History one, any of the stuff I thrifted in Florida. So I was like, awesome. And now I have to convince her to actually sell me the rest of her vintage tees that she has.
She's got to go 3.
But this one says Cowboys, and it says Cowboy Assets. Cowboy Assets. Put your phone away. Put your phone away.
All right, Mom.
Be present. Jeez, I don't mind if you put comments up, but you have to actually read the comments and click on them, and then they can go up on the screen so people can feel like they're famous.
Yes, and for our tens and tens of people.
Yeah. They like having their comments up. Because remember, the comments don't show up on, like, people have to like actively go watch the comments after the fact. This one's a very cool one that I got from Kara. Very awesome horsey t-shirt. It's got, you know, this really big graphic and it actually wraps around to the back, to like half of the back. And this is on a 90s.
I don't know what Kelly Hip Flip and Mama just said.
Frugalum tag.
Gesundheit? I don't know what the heck that was.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, see? Naomi feels my pain. Her wife does the same thing. She cannot... Listen, we went to see the Top Gun movie. Supposedly her favorite movie of all time. She's in a movie theater watching this movie, and she takes out her phone, Plus, now mind you, she does not believe in the dimming of the screen. So her screen is always freaking so bright. And now she did last over an hour into the movie, but then she pulls out her phone and does she try to hide it all? No, she's like up here.
I was not. It was in my lap. You fucking liar.
Everyone can see it. It is the most annoying.
It annoys only you.
No, it does not. There is a reason they actually say at the beginning of every movie to put your cell phone away.
They actually say turn your cell phones off because they don't want you talking on them, you dumbass.
And they don't want white. Okay, sorry. Let's take a poll in the chat here.
I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. I am a grown ass human being. Okay, I will do what I want.
Be present with the show. Put your phone down.
Anyway, I had Susie, you asshole.
Put your stinking phone down.
This is why you people get me in trouble.
Yeah. Well, quit. Put it down. Seriously.
Susie, stop looking at your phone. Anyway, when I turned my phone on in the movies, it was because I was actually I was checking the time. I wanted to see how close the end of the movie was. But yeah, I don't know what's happening with is hip flipping mom having a seizure? What's happening?
I don't know.
Her words are not like nothing. I don't know what's happening.
Is she taking down license plates? What's going on?
I don't know.
All right. Next up, Kara gave me a couple of tank tops. This one's real dirty. Needs to be bleached, but it's a really cool Super Bolt gasoline.
She cleaned the keyboard, she said.
And then next up from Kara is this other tank top. And this one's really cool too. This is a highway concrete tank top.
I feel like that has such a mafia reference to it. Like,
yeah,
the kind of cement blocks people would get tied to their ankles and get thrown in the Boston Harbor. More Irish mafia than Italian mafia. But
the last thing that I'm going to show that I got from Kara is this cool cowboy riding the bull in the moonlight, apparently, because that's when you do it, right?
Sure.
On this Hazelwood tag. This is a 90s t-shirt. Single stitch. Nice big size, too. So much
that is near you,
Kara.
Trish. Trish said, wear a mask. That's near me.
Yeah.
You need a date night. We had a date night last night.
We did. Listen, I'm just begging her to be present with me. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, shut up.
It's true. We're here to hang out with our friends, not your Facebook. All right. Next up, this is from my online stores. I just think this one's funny. Feel how soft it is. It needs to be washed, but you can still feel how soft it is.
I'm good.
Just feel it.
No, thank you. You just touched me with it.
Yeah, because you could have touched you with your fingers, but you refused. I had to touch her. It's very soft. Anyway, it's for Purple Tongue, a lovely combination of Bacardi rum, grape juice, and lemon twist.
That sounds disgusting.
It's just funny. It says, and I gave my right arm for a purple tongue. Look, they got a little purple tongue.
No, she only talks to me like an asshole when we're on camera in front of people. Like, she doesn't do this when we're not on camera. So
I yell at you for not putting your stinking phone down. Because she's like, let me go through my stuff really quick, and then you can go through all yours. And then when she's done with hers, she's like, all right, I'm off the clock. Anyway.
You're about to be doing the rest of the show by yourself. You keep it up.
All right. Next up, I think Vicky's a little jealous of this one. This is definitely a women's sweatshirt. It needs to be sweater shaved. You can't really see.
It has some stains on it. That's what I can see as soon as you put it up.
It's more yellow than it's showing.
It's like mustard
camera.
Yellow.
It's nice bright yellow, but I really like it. It's kind of these geometric roses all over print. This is like a really cool 80s made in Korea sweatshirt. Just needs to be sweater shaved and washed and whatnot. This is what Vicky's thinking in her head right now.
Can I stab you?
No.
Oh,
bite me. But nice big skeeter. And
I like that shirt, actually.
Yeah, I know, it's cool. It says Laramie, Wyoming. I don't know if Laramie, Wyoming has like a lot of mosquitoes, but it's just a giant mosquito that says bite me.
Greg wanted to know if there was a tag on that yellow sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's like a collections. It says collections. Made in Korea.
Like 80s chick wear.
Yeah. But this is what feels like it's dead stock. It's on this Eagle Products t-shirt, which I see that tag on a lot of like nature tees and stuff. So which I guess creepy mosquitoes are kind of nature.
I kind of like that bite me shirt.
Except
I don't like white t-shirts, but I like that.
Me too. And then this one's says
Another one on another bug shirt.
Yeah, this one says bugged. Call the Rose Man. And I guess this is the Rose Man right here.
Crystal, I feel like your husband needs that shirt.
It's got some stains. I need to bleach it. All right, next up I have this cool, again, these are still ones from my online source. This one, I really like the graphic on this one. This is an 80s tee on the sportswear, the old sportswear tag. But it says, yea, though I walk through the shadow of sigmas, kappas, and alphas, I shall fear no evil. For the, what's that symbol?
Omegas? I think that's the
Is that
omega.
this? Are the meanest mothers in the valley. And it's like some sort of caveman dude, I guess. I
mean,
know.
I'd have to know the Greek symbols, but
this
I
is
think
like-
that's omega.
this
He
is
liked
a-
the mosquito one. Yeah. I figured he'd like the bug one too, but that was kind of funny.
This one is actually like a really nice bright yellow, which you can see back there. But when I bring it close to the camera, it like washes out.
It looks orange.
Yeah.
On the camera.
This one also makes me giggle.
I don't know what it is with the lighting in this room. Our last house, we didn't have any lighting in the area where we did our shows. It was no real light. And I think that interferes with the camera lighting.
Mm-hmm.
So it does kind of change the colors on things. Like my hair is not this dark. Like a lot of the clothing that we show, the colors are not.
Yeah.
And this is a nicer camera than we had. So I don't know what the
No, it's
problem
like the
is, but
same camera. This is the same camera. I like this one. It says at the bottom.
That's funny.
It says Hellfire and Dalmatians, and it says, and he said unto him, bad dogs, no, no. So,
I think that's that's like
that's just silly.
a puppy Jesus tee. I don't
And
know.
this is on the all sport tag. Which
Do you
is
think
like
it's the blue wall, Susie? It might be it.
It could be, yeah.
Katy's office is way too small for us to do a show, so
Yeah.
I'd be claustrophobic in there.
Yeah. All right, and then this last one from this particular batch is this really cool olive oil t-shirt from the 80s. Popeye and olive oil.
Stains on this one too.
Yep, these are all ones that these haven't been processed yet, so they haven't been washed or treated.
What does it say?
It
Ellich
says,
Gardens Club,
yeah, I don't know what it is.
1987. Ellich, I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. Must be something to do with Popeye. Anyway, and this one is on this sherry tag. Let's see if we can get that. There you go, sherry tag right there. All right, so this last batch of t-shirts, guys, I saved the very best for last. So like I said earlier, Kane Foster, I don't know if he ever watches our show or not.
I don't think he does, but he's in our group.
But he's in our group. We've known him from Facebook for a long time. Probably at least 4 or 5 years.
Yep, lives in Montana.
We've never met him in real life. We don't even know what he looks like. Although now I've seen his hands because he did take a video of these t-shirts.
That's true. I don't even know what he looks
I see
like.
his hands. I know what he sounds like, but I don't know what he looks like. Anyway, I've bought from him before, and he's a big supporter of ours. And so he contacted me and was just like, hey, I got these t-shirts. Most of them are Grateful Dead t-shirts. And I just wanted to see if you wanted to buy them. I don't know what stuff. He's very private about like what he sells because he just likes to protect like his sources. But
he's a good seller. We talk about numbers together all the time.
So he gets clothing sometimes, but clothing is not something that he really likes to do. Yeah, but however it is that he sources, he comes across some really cool stuff. So occasionally he'll get in touch with me and just be like, hey, maybe you want this, make me an offer. And so he reached out and he was like, I'm going to give you the first chance to buy these from me or else, put them up for somebody else. And so anyway, so he sent me a few videos, and then I ended up buying them all. It was like 13 t-shirts all together. 10 of them are Grateful Dead. And I would say, some of the prices for Grateful Dead stuff is like all over the place. I'll probably list all of these minimum 200. There's maybe a couple that I'll list for like 300, but I'm hoping to get, I guess, some of the maybe 150 to 300 are probably the prices that I want to be going for. But I will price everything for minimum 200, some 300. None of these are ones that are going to be probably like any of the.
They're not the $1,000.
No,
they're not the $1,000 bangers.
Definitely not. There's a couple I might price for 300 or more, just because I'll do that at first and then drop the price way down.
So Kara will probably like a few of these because this is Kara's a hippy dippy.
Yep. So this one is on a Stedman tag. And it says 2X. This is probably like early 90s. I don't know if this one has a date on it. Oh, yeah. See, 1990. So that Stedman tag, you'll see it in the 80s, but a lot of times you'll see it in the early 90s. So this is from World Music Theater, July 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 1990. And it's just that really cool Grateful Dead skull, but it's like got the earth on it, the globe on it. Just a really cool shirt. Nice big size. So yeah, like I said, I'll be pricing all of these minimum 200.
I think the fact that that's a big size means you can probably command more, even though it's a more
Maybe.
simple design.
There's a lot of Grateful Dead out there, though. But yeah, you're right. Next up is this Rhythm Devils. Now, I'm not a big, maybe Kara knows more than I do. I'm not a huge like Grateful Dead fan or expert or anything like that. So I don't know.
I don't think I could name 5 songs.
Yeah. So this one is from.
Yeah, it's not new. Naomi, it's from 1990. But
This
yeah, it
one's
looks
from-
almost new. It's in great condition.
I think this one's from the 80s, but hold on. I'm trying to see what.
The tag looks 80s.
Yeah, it does. I think this particular one's from the 80s. It's on a large.
And feels like
And I don't
that
know-
looks like dead stock. Is this a cardboard tag?
It might be dead stock.
Yeah, I think this one might be dead stock.
So this one is it says Rhythm Devils, and I know that's a Grateful Dead thing. I don't know what the Rhythm Devils thing is, but it's
That's a pretty cool one.
And the tags, like the copyright stuff says, Grateful Dead on it, so obviously it's Grateful Dead. But anyway, very cool shirt. And I was able to find comps on pretty much most of these, but I think that's a pretty unique shirt. Next, I have on this anvil tag right here. Anvil.
Most of these I'm seeing for the first time too. I knew
Yeah.
of the haul, but I haven't seen any of them.
So this is kind of
Let's
like
say
a
Vegas Dead,
cream, kind of
It
a
does.
beige.
1994.
So this says, Vegas Dead.
Sam Boyd Stadium, which is still here.
And this is from does it say on it? 1994.
94.
This is 1994 single stitch. Really nice.
I love
shirt.
that it was in Vegas and then it was in Montana and now it's found its way back to Vegas and who knows where it's going. Kara, dead stock. That's good.
Next up is another Vegas Dead. It's really cool graphic on the front there. And then the back.
The back is pretty cool, actually.
Grateful Dead.
Scorpion.
Silver Bowl, Las Vegas. This is from 1993. And these are all copyright. They have the copyright on the front.
This is back when they used to actually do t-shirts specific to dates. They'd have the dates on the back, or they would do specific shirts for shows.
Yeah, I think Grateful Dead did a lot
Grateful
of that.
Dead has done a lot of that.
And this is a Brockham tag.
And unfortunately, bands don't do that anymore because it's too expensive to
It's
make
easier
merch like
to
that.
just-
It's easier to just do generic for the whole tour.
Yep.
Even the big bands don't do it,
Next up, I like this one a lot. It's really soft too.
even though they're charging $45
How soft
for
that
a
is.
t-shirt.
It's and this is from the summer tour '94. This is a nice big size.
That looks like
Tag says
like
extra
Southwest
large.
art. Like
Yeah, it's like a
it looks like the Indian Southwest art.
well, no, not Southwest, Northwest.
Northwest
Coast
art. Sorry, yeah.
Northwest Coast Art. And so that's got a really cool owl on it. And this is from 1994, Grateful Dead Summer Tour '94. And it shows
California, Nevada, Oregon,
Mhm.
Washington, another California. Again, more Nevada. So I wonder if these came from Nevada, and then because there's so many of them.
I think
from
they did a
Nevada.
lot. I think they did a lot of the shows on the West Coast and Nevada and stuff like that. I think that's. But again, I'm not a big Grateful Dead person, so I don't really know
I don't know.
a lot about. Next up this is a really cool New Year's Eve T-shirt.
That's cool.
Really, really cool graphic.
That's a cool graphic.
And
That's got to be one of the higher priced ones.
This one says it's 1989. What does it say? 1989, 1990, 25. That does not go to 25.
Because it's
89
and
gotcha,
90.
gotcha.
New Year's
And
Eve.
90.
They're-
Okay, I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. Anyway, New Year's. So it must have been 25 years, though, because there's 25 on there. So, yeah. So this is, again, remember
might
what
have
I
been their
said
25-year
about
anniversary.
Stedman? Sometimes you'll see it in the 80s and it'll go into the early 90s. So this is a prime example, 89, 90. But just a really cool graphic on it.
That's got to be a good, expensive one, I think.
Yeah.
It's for one specific show.
Yep. Yeah, it's very cool. All right, next up.
Got just a handful more, guys. Maybe 5 or 6 more.
is this really cool one. This is a nice thin soft t-shirt. It's on this Fruit tag, medium, size medium. And this is $19.90 on the front. So
It's me with an ice cream cone.
Yep, it's true.
Brain freeze.
Vikki with an ice cream cone. And then the back is kind of cool because it's got this Grateful Dead Europe 1972. Now this t-shirt's from 1990.
1990 on the front.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's just got a cool, like old Grateful Dead graphic on the back of it. So very cool shirt. All right, now here we go with a couple of tie-dye ones.
This is a Cara one. The next couple, the tie-dye ones are Cara's.
So this is
Cara
on the
style.
Fruit tag. Okay, large. Now the front is that classic
Dancing
bears in a spiral.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this has, I know it's got the copyright somewhere on here. Yeah, it's right there. And then on the back of it, though, I have not been able to find another one that has the same back print. So this says, coming around Grateful Dead. Wait, coming around 1990, what am I reading here? 1965 to 1990.
25 years.
25 years.
That was what the New Year's Eve one said, 90s.
So
is their 25th year.
Just a really cool, again, I have not been able to find this shirt with this back graphic. This front graphic is a pretty classic t-shirt that you can get
anywhere. Liquid Blue has that's that print. There's a lot of them.
And a vintage one is still worth, upwards of $200. But with this graphic on the back, I'm hoping I can bump this one. I might list for a bit higher. Maybe I'll list it for $300 just because I haven't been able to find that back graphic and somebody's going to want it.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 2 more shirts left, guys. This is the last of the Grateful Dead one. And then I have this other one that I'm going to ask for some help with. If maybe somebody will have some information for me.
Oh, this one's cool.
This is a spring tour t-shirt.
It's a lot going on this shirt.
Yep. And there's even more.
This is 1992.
Mm-hmm. And this has no tag on it. That's fine. You can see it's single stitch and it's got the copyright printed on it. And then the back of it, see, it says spring tour.
Cute graphic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the Grateful Dead, but I do think their shirts are cute.
Yeah. I had actually sent the videos that Kate had sent me. I actually sent them to Ryan because I was just like, before I go down like a rabbit hole trying to, get all the comps on these shirts, is there anyone that stands out to you as like, oh my God, that's crazy? And he said, no, they're all really good shirts, but there were a couple he didn't recognize. So, you never know. But this one, I think this is a really great one right here. Super cute.
All right. And then this one, you need some help from the Hive.
Well, yeah, because I don't think this is Grateful Dead. But he got it from the same person. So the tag is this extra large Fruit tag. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's got skeletons on it, but, and I actually got 2 of these. This one's extra large and I got a large. That graphic is it's like a pagan calendar or like a Wiccan
zodiac calendar.
Pagan kind of zodiac. It's got all the different symbols and stuff on it.
It's a zodiac calendar.
Yep. And then the little dude in the corner down there on this side, he's reading out of the Necronomicon book. And so I don't know if this is from anything in particular, because like I said, it's definitely not Grateful Dead, because they put even their shirts that don't say Grateful Dead on them, you'll see the copyright will say it. So I think this is a super cool shirt. It's really, really cool design, but
it's basically, this is a zodiac calendar with and zodiac signs, but with skeleton caricatures. So like, the Gemini, it's the twins. So you've got twin skeletons, the Aries, that's the ram. It's like a skeleton of a ram.
Well, it's also like if you look up like pagan or Wiccan or like all
the scorpion, the balance
stuff.
Yeah.
Satanic,
Libra.
All that stuff. They kind of use a lot of these same symbols. So anyway, super cool. I'm just kind of curious what anyone thinks about like the best way to, I guess, market this one and the other one that I have that's the other size, because I think the graphic's amazing, but
it is. You don't know what it is.
I don't know. I don't know if it's anything other than just somebody made a cool graphic t-shirt of the pagan calendar. So that's it, guys. Yeah.
Not Day of the Dead, because Day of the Dead is a specific day, and that's a whole year calendar.
Yeah. Yeah, Trish says, agree with Vic. Shirt's good. Dead black. I know, like I've never really gotten into Grateful Dead. Probably my favorite song that they do is Scarlet Begonias, and that's not even a Grateful Dead song. It's like a cover. So it's like it doesn't speak well. But yeah, so it's just never been my jam. But Grateful Dead t-shirts are super, super huge in the
It's like
streetwear
Grateful
community,
Dead,
the vintage.
Fish. Neither band have done anything for me, and they
Yeah.
both have enormous cult followings. Fish is
But
like a
Grateful
newer-
Dead, outside of the cult following of actual fans of Grateful Dead, in the vintage streetwear community, there is an obsession with Grateful Dead t-shirts, and I'm betting you that 85% of those people could not tell you a Grateful Dead song.
They couldn't tell you
save
5
their lives.
Yeah, they couldn't tell you 5 songs.
So it's more about it's. So to me, it's kind of cool that there's this band that created this whole, this whole collection of fashion, basically through these really cool t-shirts, because they put out just awesome designs. And I don't think any other band has anything like that, do they?
I don't think so. Well, the only other band that I can think of that has such a huge cult following on their shirts, that's kind of like in the streetwear thing, is Sublime, is probably the only one.
Yeah, but
and that's even a weird thing. It's just specifically
Yeah.
Sublime certain symbols on their t-shirts. They're just I don't know that it's like there's I don't know why, but there's a ton of them, and for some reason that is a prevalent design. The you know, the sun with the.
I think it makes sense though with the Grateful Dead thing, because they
have great
are
designs.
great shirts. They're really cool designs. So they're just a band that like put a lot of time and care into creating really cool merch.
Yeah, iconic. The Stones tongue. Yeah. But I think Grateful Dead's probably
it's number
some
one.
of the most.
It's
I mean,
not-
if you take like Kiss out of the equation, because Kiss is just ridiculously prolific across everything.
Yeah.
But you know, the Grateful Dead, as far as just t-shirts and clothing, yeah.
Very much so.
Oh, Patique said I found a Grateful Dead tee at the bins yesterday.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Is it vintage? I'd love to know more about it. But
1987.
1987. Very cool. That's
very
awesome.
nice. That's an old one.
That's a good find. Yeah, I was excited to get these because you know, Kane definitely made a super good deal for me, and he's just happy to, you know, that I can make some money off of it, and he can make some quick money. He must have gotten a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
So
all around.
You can see that both of us have stuff that we bought from other sellers this week, and so definitely keep us in mind if you ever come across. If you ever come across or have a bunch of like vintage clothing, vintage tees, or vintage
the type of stuff that you think that we would buy.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're always willing to look at it and let you know. And I make, you know, I think fair offers. I think Vikki does as well. Like I'm not going to sit there and try to give you $5 a piece.
Well, I do give you $5 a piece, depending on what it is. However, I'm not selling it for $200 or $300.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If somebody showed you, here's 10 vintage dresses that are all $300 dresses, you wouldn't be like, well, I'll give you $5 a piece.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that person.
You're not going to pay crazy amounts, but you might say, I'll give you $30 a piece. Depending on what it is. So
I'm fair, I think. And then you can always say no, obviously, if it's not good enough for you. Yeah. If you're looking to get more, you want to sell it yourself, I totally get that. But a lot of people, you know, clothing is not their jam. I've purchased from Laura Franzica, and, you know, our admin, MI80s baby, because she hates clothing. Now she's been listing it lately because she finds it and she forces herself to do it, but she doesn't like clothing. I bought from her. I've bought from, you know, several of our viewers.
There's been a couple times where she's had a t-shirt that she was going to like throw in the garbage, and then she shows me and I'm like, you stop it right now.
Yep.
And then I get it from her. All right. We're going to sign off. Idea for what next? What not auction. I'm not going to do it this week because we have too much stuff going on and I really need to list. So I'm thinking I'll probably make it for the following Tuesday. I thought Tuesday worked out well for me. It was a good day for me to do it.
I'm going to go get Ripley.
Okay.
Upon request.
Upon request. Yeah, we haven't brought it up in a while. So I'm thinking I'll probably schedule it here in the next couple of days for next Tuesday, because I need to get some stuff listed, but then I also need to like figure out which stuff I'm going to sell on the next whatnot thing. But I'm thinking eventually I'll probably just do like every other week. Maybe. I mean, it would be great to be able to do them weekly, but that means I would need to have the stuff to sell, and I don't want to like completely ravage my own stock of vintage shirts, because stuff does sell for me a little bit lower. But there's some people who are killing it and whatnot and selling stuff for prices I would want to get for my shirts. So it just depends on where I can go with it. All right, baby is coming. Oh my goodness. Is that Ripley? That's so big. How'd you get so big? How'd you get so big, baby? Oh, I just shocked you. Oh, look at this baby. I know she's huge, right, guys? She went for her first grooming appointment a couple weeks ago. Hi. And she did really good. But she's such a good baby. Hey, Trish, this is the baby you get to cuddle very soon. I hope you're ready. Because she will lick you. Mm-hmm. She will lick your face off. She will lick your face off. She will do it.
She is huge. She's about 10 pounds now, I think.
Yeah. Her body, she's gotten real long. Let me see her. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. She's a hot dog. She's a long hot dog.
Oh, she always does that.
I know. I'm trying to...
Come here.
She's got to clean me up.
So you can see people's faces. They can see your face.
She doesn't like it. She always does that.
Here, turn around so they can see.
I'm
like
trying.
If you do that and then turn.
To do it.
No, you turn.
Okay.
They can see her over your shoulder.
Trying.
Lori, you can always send pictures.
How's that?
There you go. Now they can see your face.
Yeah, she's so cute. She's so cute. You're so cute.
I will say that we've got some great pictures and footage of all of the dogs with our little film crew that was here this week. They filmed the heck out of these dogs.
Especially this one.
Yeah, she's very photogenic and likes people so much that she was.
She's very licky, by the way. She kisses way more than our other two dogs do.
She's a very kissy baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lori, I'm always willing to take pics, look at pics, and buy stuff for sure, whenever you want.
All right.
That's it. I think we're good. She's just gonna.
She does this where she'll come. You sit down on the couch, and she'll come and just start kissing your face, and then like I can't breathe. She really is like super clingy and wants to be in my neck. Anyway, she's such a good girl. Yeah, she can't hold her liquor.
That was good.
Okay, so we will see you guys, I think, next weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Hold on a second. Let me look at something here. I need to check something real quick.
Our housewarming party is on the 4th, so
yeah, so
you will see us on the 5th.
Yeah, so you see us on the 5th. Okay. And then the following week, we might have a special guest. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. All right, guys.
Not until midnight. She doesn't come until midnight.
You don't know.
Okay.
All right, you guys. We will see you next week. Be on the lookout for some new content to drop on our YouTube channel.
On the YouTubables.
And we will see you later. All right?
Bye.
Bye.